What's going on, guys? Cyn for the win here. We are back with our franchise mode as the Quebec Nordiques. Is that Johnny Gaudreau? I think it is on the Senators. Alright, cool. So we're getting into the second round here of the playoffs against the Senators, and I see Johnny Gaudreau, so I'm very excited to see what other lines these guys have, what other guys they have, whatever I'm trying to say. Alright, so there it is, Johnny Hockey, Colin White, and Puljujarvi. I got Puljujarvi as well. That's kind of scary, actually. Yeah, that is, and he turned to Green Elite, too. That is insanely scary. Okay. Then they got Stone, Pajot, and Eberle. Wow, okay. And Perreault, Brown, Ryan. There's Bobby Ryan still on that contract. Okay, last year. Then Roussel, Smith, and Skeevior. This is a very good team. Yeah, that's a very good team. Defensively, all right, well, Chabot and Carlson. Did Chabot change the Yellow Elite? Or is that? Yeah, I think he did. Chabot and Carlson, and then, oh, wow. Okay, well, it drops off, but they have a really good three guys here. They might have some injuries, of course, which I will check after their goalies. They got Reimer and this freaking guy. Well, Reimer looks like he's doing pretty well, probably. And actually not that well, so they're scoring a lot. Okay. They got Brassard, but he's injured. Okay, so they're not missing any defensemen. They got a bunch of depth forwards here. So if we injure anyone from their defensive core, they're in trouble. Alright, well, not too bad. Now you take a look at our team. We don't have too bad of a team though either. So I like our chances. They're not amazing, but I like them. Alright, well, let's see what's going to happen. I mean, our defensive core is pretty damn good. If they could work well in tandem with Subban back there. He's done relatively well throughout these. Nah, actually not that great, yeah. We got scored on a lot with the Pens, but we always have Darling that we can go to. That's right. So, alright, I think we're about ready here. Let's get to the simmin. And, yeah, now I do notice, I know a few of you guys have noticed as well. But, yeah, some of my uploads have been a bit more sparse recently than I would like them to be. I usually try to do daily and, like, almost, for a while I was trying to do every series daily. Maybe that was a bit unrealistic, but, at least for like, in the past I'm talking about what I do daily. I only had, like, 2 main series back then, so it was a bit easier. But I do want to get back on the whole daily thing, and I do want to apologize to everyone. I've been going through some bullshit. Let's be real here. It happens, man. Life is crazy. Life really is crazy, and there's ups, downs, good and bad, and, recently it's been more on the bad side of things, but I do appreciate you guys for, hanging with me, and, the comments, the little comments and stuff about the videos that are, like, just thanking me for my work. It goes a long way, man. I don't know if people realize that, but little things can go a long way. So after one, we're losing by 1. I might just ramble a bit. I don't really care. It'll be a nice little change up for me screaming at the frickin' TV anyway. All right, so let's continue here in the second. But yeah, I mean, and I feel like talking about it because, today is the whole Bell Let's Talk thing, and I think that's great what they're doing. I think it's fantastic. Even though I don't live in Canada, I think it's absolutely fantastic. Stone scores again. It's 2-0 for us. Offense can't seem to get going, but yeah. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about some of my history. I know I've touched base on it a little bit, but I haven't really gone into detail because that's my defense mechanism. You figure if no one knows you, you got nothing to worry about. They can't expose you. They're not going to figure out what your fears are, what you love. You can't be hurt that way. Unfortunately, you isolate yourself so much, and then you want someone to know you. So it's that fine line thing there again that you try to avoid. So I have a long and dark history with mental illness. It goes back to my teenage years in high school. We got shut out there, 2-0 here. What the heck? Probably even before that, like middle school. Subban did all right. Okay. Reimer got a friggin' shutout. Offense did not show up, so that's not great. Alright, Skinner didn't like that game. We might need to switch things up if we go bad in the second game as well. But anyway. So yeah, I'd say it starts around middle school. And, maybe some of you guys around that age, maybe a bit older, maybe going through something like that. And I just, basically, man, you're not alone. And if you ever think you're alone, you can talk to about 5 people, and probably 2 of them will be dealing with some kind of struggle. Probably even more. But there's probably an average. I don't have time to look things up. But yeah, I want to apologize to you guys for for not, you know, making this content that makes me so happy. And it's even shown on definitely some of my commentary as well. I kind of noticed, like, looking back, holy crap, Stepan and Verona getting shit done. 2-0 here for Quebec here. Power play was, I don't know, it was on the power play. I haven't been paying attention. But yeah, I mean, I can even tell, like, my voice. Oh my God, Skinner now. You know, like, I knew when you start to notice it in yourself, I think that's when the real change can happen. I was kind of noticing, like, some of my commentaries almost seemed like I was almost droning and not even enjoying myself, which is weird because I do enjoy this. And I had to almost, like, kind of step back and, like, look at it like, what are you gonna do? Like, are you fucking just giving up? Like, don't hate that you're, you know, that you know, maybe you're not, maybe your views, subs, or whatever, not where you thought they wanted to be. It doesn't really matter. But, like, what I had to reflect on was, like, okay, well, what's my part in that? You know, I can only do so much. I can only control so much, and I, you know, listen back and stuff, and, like, look back and, like, how I was feeling, and it's like, yeah, I can understand, you know. So we win that game 4-1, and I have a point here, so bear with me. I do ramble. But yeah, okay, Darling we might have had injury there. Interesting. But yeah, like, I can, you know, like, for just I don't know, sometimes, like, I didn't seem, like, super 100% into it because my mind was elsewhere and I didn't even know it was elsewhere. So I definitely want to apologize for that. My goal is to always release the top quality that I can, the best quality that I can, for my videos and stuff like that. And I gotta say, some of them lately have not been that because of my personal shit, and I hate letting that seep into other things, but sometimes I can't avoid it. But what I need to do now is work on that, and you know, because you guys don't deserve shitty content, or, you know, me not being 100% happy when I record and stuff like that. I guess we didn't have an injury, but that's weird. Why was he in that game then? He did fantastic, don't get me wrong. Subban did alright in the first game too. I mean, he's played 2 games now, he's got to win. What the hell? Did Subban get pulled? I don't even know what's happening. I'm actually not too sure. Well, let's keep it how it is for now. That's a little weird. I mean, I guess I could put Darling in and then roll with that. I don't know. That's some weird stuff. Anyway, so I'm not, like, this isn't like a poor me thing either, so don't take that the wrong way. I'm not trying to look for sympathy. I feel like you guys deserve a bit of an explanation for some of it, and from here on out, you guys have my word, I'm not going to let that shit bring me down anymore and let it affect what I do on here. That's not what I ever wanted to happen. I don't want anything else. That's why, you know, oh my God, we're killing it now. There we go. 2 early ones, Knight and Verona. That's never what I want. No, I don't think anyone wants that. You don't want your personal shit to seep into other things. Sometimes it's unavoidable, but what you gotta be able to do is, like, how you could choose how to deal with it. Basically, you don't have a choice in the cards that you're dealt, but you do have a choice in how you play your hand. And so that's, you know, I was letting other things dictate, you know, how I was living and how I was enjoying things, and that's never ever how I want to be, man. Not at all. So I just got back into town last night. I had a nice little trip, saw some family, helped me put things into perspective, you know, like sometimes only family can do. You know, the support and love of your family is so important, man. It's just above and beyond. So, man, we're leading 3-0 here at the end of this. We're kicking ass right now. So yeah, I don't know. I guess a combination of everything made me want to, like, kind of talk about this a little bit. But I do appreciate all the support you guys give, man. It's unreal. I mean, when I started this, I didn't really take it seriously. But all right, let's say when I got supposedly serious about this, which was last year in NHL 17, when I actually started uploading regularly. I couldn't imagine. When I started NHL 17, man, I think I had like 1,500 subscribers. We shot up to 6,000 that year. And I would love to grow another 6,000 this year. Or I was thinking, like, what if I grew at that same rate, like ×5? I'm like, well, that would be amazing, but there's very unlikely that can happen unless I come out with something incredible. And I've tried throwing different series and stuff, and none of them quite worked out the way they did. The chirping ones were big for a while, but even those kind of fell off this year, and then someone else is doing better now anyway, so there we go. But I do got some other stuff in mind that I have been working on. Some of them slowly, some of them actually take a lot of time. But yeah. So I don't know. I don't know where this came from. We're leading this series 2-1. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, you know, you guys watch me sometimes daily. Okay, cool. We have a freeze. All right, so we got a freeze here. That's awesome. I guess we'll see where it auto saved. Good job, EA. Okay, so I think we're back. It actually saved relatively well. I don't think we missed anything, so that's good. I totally besides the scouting, I might want to skip that. That might be what tripped it out, but we'll check one more time here. Good old EA. You got to figure out how their glitches work and try to avoid them. And I lost my train of thought, but that's all right. Let's go into game 4 here before it freezes on me again. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I forgot what I was talking about. I forgot exactly where I was. That's what happens. Anyway, I don't know, man. I don't know why I have, like, a lot of people too. It's not just me. A lot of people have this thing of, like, they don't want to seek help. And while it's great to be able to get things done on your own, man, you can't always do that. I mean, it's just completely unrealistic. As much as I wish I could, and as much as a lot of people wish they could, sometimes you can't. So that's why I really like this whole Let's Talk thing going on, and thought I'd do a little bit in this video. No real big video or anything about it or stuff like that, but oh yeah, it's a kind of a heavy topic. What can I say? But yeah, all right. So tie game here, looking all right here in the second. We're not getting a whole lot of shots though. Only 12 shots. But yeah, man. Again, your guys' support's been incredible, and I owe you guys a lot more, definitely. So my God, no, that's not good. We need more shots here, Quebec. So from here on out, man, my uploads are gonna be back on track. The streams are gonna be more regular. Streams are gonna occur more regularly. I can't talk. And can we get a late tying goal here for the hype? No, we can't. Johnny Hockey, what a explosion for the wrong team there. And not enough shots for us. That was bad. All right, so tied series now. Tied series here. It's crazy, man. So I guess I'll talk a little bit about more of the history, because again, once you have the context, it makes a lot more sense. So I think I talked a bit about high school. Yeah, high school was hard. I mean, I think it's hard for everyone in different ways. Even the people who look like they're having an easy time, it's still hard for them. So yeah, I mean, you go through, you know, crappy, there's crappy people. I mean, you're just introduced to humanity in so many ways in high school, and it's all the shitty parts, and then you kind of grow up, and then you realize, man, there's still a lot of shitty parts. I mean, you see mostly I don't know, especially in today's internet age, you see the wrong things in humanity, which is really unfortunate, because there are a lot of great things about humanity, but there's a lot of negative out there, and it's hard to try to avoid that. But I've stolen this quote before, but I'll steal it again. It's from The Matrix, one of my favorite movies, but one of my favorite quotes of all times is when Agent Smith has got Morpheus, and he's talking about the creation of the Matrix and how the first few versions didn't work because, you know, they made it perfect. They made it perfect like for humans, and they realized they fucked up because humans define their reality through misery, and I think that's very true about everyone. I mean, you can't have the good without the bad. There's that balance. But the thing is, to maintain that balance, you have to. It's so tricky because, man, we're getting killed here. To maintain the balance, you have to accept the things that you can't change, and that's insanely hard to do. Wait a sec, coming back here, within one, Veron and Girard have got the ball rolling. Can Quebec tie it up? Oh man, come on guys, gotta tie this up, boys. Come on, late goal, come on. Nah, all right, so is that tied up, or they actually have the lead? I think now. I think we just lost 2 in a row. Yeah, I think it's pretty unfortunate, but I'm pretty sure we just lost 2 in a row there. So we are 1 loss away from elimination now. Yep. That's rough. We were doing great there. Now it's 3-2. Come on, guys. What happened? Maybe I should put Darling back in. Moses is fully healed. Where was he injured? Who knows? All right, let me check out those lines real quick. I keep getting off track about what I'm talking about, but that doesn't really matter. I don't even know if you guys are interested in what I'm talking about, but too bad you're watching this video. You are now officially interested. As I got the microphone, so Okay, let me see here. See, man, let's try Darling, man. Let's try Darling. Our team needs a jolt here. Let's try Darling. I think our offense is just fine. We just gotta... Skinner needs a bit more, but, yeah. Long guy's an 85 now. I'm hyped about that. Alright, cool stuff, guys. So, let's see. Let's see if we can extend this series to Game 7 here. Okay, so... Yeah, I keep losing my train of thought, but whatever, who gives a shit. I'll just go back to my story. So, after high school, so I guess backstory, I mean, I think enough of you know I'm a musician by now, pretty hardcore, which I'm launching my music channel for YouTube pretty soon. I'm recording 2 weeks. I'll be recording my solo EP, so excited about that. Good goal by Kruger and Stepan, now 2-0, there we go, Quebec, that's a good start. So yeah, after high school... I mean, even in high school, I was in several bands, man. We played Battle of the Bands. That's how I dealt. That's how you need something. You need something to deal with stuff. Second period, let's go. And music is my outlet. I now also have gaming, of course, as well, but there's something about music, man. Like, there's something about it. And part of the reason I sank so low in, like, my 20s was because I wasn't doing music for a time. And that was a variety of different things. I had tendonitis, and I'm a drummer, and that is hell. I still have it. It still affects me. It still hurts. I still do treatment for it. It's crazy. It's an ongoing thing, and it sucks because that's like you have your one thing, and then something's there trying to stop you from doing it. Oh, that is the worst. But yeah, so bands throughout high school, bands after high school, and I was in this metalcore band called Sympathy Ends. That was one of the funnest times of my life for sure, man. We went on tour and everything. It was crazy, just crazy. I'm 21 throughout that time, so you can imagine those, like, just crazy, just perfect age for that too. And everything's going great, and then I have this great girlfriend. She was a bit older than me at the time. Well, I say at the time. She's still older than me. We're still actually good friends. I'm very happy about that. But she was, 7 years older than me, which is pretty funny. But I guess I just had that. Either she was very immature or I was an old soul. I think it's a combination of both. So yeah, that was, I had that going on. Game 7, by the way, guys. This is tight. This is tight stuff. And Darling did fantastic, so we're leaving him in there. And then, things started happening. There's some a little bit of creative differences on the set when we started getting into our second album. And, as the singer, I was a singer for that band, and I was writing most of the stuff. And I don't know, for some reason, I got into this thing where, like, I've been always great at collaborating, and then for some reason, like, with the lyrics I wrote, and the melodies I wrote, I felt, because I wrote them, like, for me, I wrote them to get out all the angst and stuff like that, and I didn't realize that it didn't have to be mine for me to get that out, and so, I definitely had some fault in, like, some of the creative differences. Other people had fault, too. Some people wanted to go heavier. I wanted to go more melodic and stuff like that, so ended up that band ended up breaking up. I'm still friends with all of them, so there's no hard feelings, anything like that. It's just shit happens. I wish it didn't. I wish I didn't leave, because, man, that band was so much fun. And then, a few months after that, me and my girlfriend break up. So that is, like, that was like the descent right there. That was the big descent. Like, I was fucked in high school, but, like, that was the big descent right there. You have shit like that happen. Let's go into the second period. And that hard. I start, I by that time I'm 21, so I can buy my own alcohol. And all of a sudden, the plane starts descending, and I start drinking more. I'd buy like a handle of something. Doesn't matter what it was. What's fucking cheap? I'm 21. I got a job, yeah, but I'm 21. It's a 21-year-old's job. It's not gonna pay much. So what the fuck's cheap? I got other bills, and so I'm just buying that and drinking. Sometimes I started drinking in the morning. Sometimes I'll pass out by 12 noon. Wake up a few hours later. Oh, I feel like shit. Drink more. And that's where it started. I didn't realize it at the time, but that's where the alcoholism started. I mean, it seems so black and white. You're listening to it, right? You're like, whoa, I think you got a problem. I'm sitting there like, no, I'm not. I got other shit happening to me. It's not my fault. It's their fault. It's this shit that happened. That's why I'm drinking. That's why I'm doing this. And you rationalize it in your head. You justify it. We just won Game 7 with a fucking shutout, by the way, boys. Hype! And that's how, and, you know, you just continue to rationalize. I think that was Game 7. Yeah, it was. Scott Darling. I think we got to go with him for round 2, eh? Oh, man. What a beast. What an absolute beast. So that's what you do in your head. You know, you kind of rationalize that. And then... And it took years and years of not that bad of behavior, but, you know, after that. So that was the descent. A few years later, I had the rock bottom. Or we got the Islanders up in the next round. We'll not worry about that. We'll keep going into stats here. I had my rock bottom, and I wish I didn't do it, but I learned a lot from it. And if any of you guys have done it, this will help you know you're not alone. I'm sorry if I get choked up right now, but, yeah, I tried to take my own life, which was the worst decision I ever made. And I remember the exact night. I was sitting on the couch. I texted my ex, just I don't know, I just, you know, one last thing. And I took a fucking handful of these sleeping pills. They were basically Ambien. They were like the knockoff version of it. And drank a beer with it to speed up the process, and just laid on the couch. And then I woke up on the floor, puked all over, and I'm so thankful that I puked, because if I didn't, this video doesn't happen, man. This video does not happen. So I got myself up, cleaned that shit up, took myself to the hospital, and I said, you know what, I need help. And that's when that's how I got help for the depression. The alcoholism took longer, because I didn't I still didn't fucking get it at that point. Oh, maybe that has something to do with it. Nope. I just drinking, man. I just drink for fun, right? So yeah, that's a bit of my story. So I appreciate you guys who have listened, and for you guys who tune in on this. And I figured I might as well do it over in a playoff video, because that's, I know, more the people who enjoy all my stuff watch the playoffs. Some people just like to watch the drafts and stuff, may not watch it, and they probably don't give a shit, so... Or maybe they do. I don't mean to say it like that. I'm just, that's, you know, that's my own self-deprecation that I do, and, you know, I like to laugh at myself. That's one of my coping methods, so, you know. Anyway, we had pretty good series here. Verona kicked ass. Long guy did very well. Knight could have done better still, but he did, you know, 3 points in that series, not too bad. With Skinner back there. Skinner only got 3 points in 7 games. First line could do more, but they faced off some good opponents for sure. And defense, Hannafin with 10 points, man. Jake Bean, not too much yet, but Hannafin Fleury, that duo's really good right now. It's really working. And check out the attendees, man. I mean, Subban did fine, but Darling, dude, look at him. Look at that shit. I think that's self-explanatory. We got to roll with Darling. Those are filthy fucking stats. He's got a shutout. I mean, look at it. You can't get any better than that. Jesus Christ, Darling. Did we get him for multiple years? No. We'll have to re-sign him, because he might get statistical growth after some crazy crap like this. That is amazing. Wow. Alright, guys. Well, I don't... I guess I'll check the team stats before we check the playoff tree, and thank you guys for listening and stuff. Eastern. I want to actually check these, see how we're doing. Goals for per game, goals against. Yeah, I'm not scoring a whole lot, but goals against is really good. Power play's bad. Ooh. Okay, we got to take a look at that, because we've had our chances. Penalty kill's good, but I never have a good power play, so what am I going to expect? When it comes to the playoffs, our power play is always garbage. Alright, so we'll end on the playoff tree. I can't believe we made it. I was expecting to lose that series, and I was rambling the whole time, so I wasn't even into it. But we just got to the conference finals, guys. We're facing off against the Islanders, who are undefeated, so that's going to be fun. But Sharks are there. Ow. Sharks are in the conference finals, boy. Alright, anyway, I appreciate you guys for bearing with me here on this day. It's a very important day. To me, in that any kind of awareness for mental health is I take very important, because, you know, I'm a survivor myself. So thank you guys for watching and listening and all that kind of good stuff. And this is a bit different of a video than I've done, but I hope you guys were okay with it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.